You're watching NFL Snapwire, your source for the latest NFL news, updates, and insider insights. The Pittsburgh Steelers are facing more than just a playoff do-or-die in Week 18. They might be staring down the start of a new era. Head coach Mike Tomlin, a fixture in Pittsburgh for nearly 2 decades, is facing fresh questions about his future, and the uncertainty doesn't stop there. Add in Aaron Rodgers keeping his options open, and the Steelers' season and franchise direction hangs in the balance. It all started when journalist Albert Breer appeared on the Rich Eisen show to weigh in on the high-stakes matchup between the Steelers and Baltimore Ravens. When asked if either Tomlin or Ravens head coach John Harbaugh could be coaching for their jobs, Breer's response immediately turned the spotlight onto Pittsburgh. "I personally think it'd be more likely that there would be change in Pittsburgh than Baltimore," Breer said. "But this conversation has been amped up again on the outside, and we're the owner's heads on it." Breer stressed that the Steelers' potential shakeup isn't about Tomlin's leadership or a lack of appreciation for his work, but rather the state of the roster itself. Key players like Aaron Rodgers, Cam Hayward, Jalen Ramsey, and T.J. Watt are all entering the twilight of their careers. For a team built around veterans nearing retirement, Breer suggested an organizational revamp might be inevitable. This could trigger bigger questions about whether the same head coach should guide the next phase, Breer continued. "I certainly don't think there'd be a firing. It could happen a number of different ways. It could happen with Mike walking away. I don't have any information that he's ready to do that. But that's certainly something when a guy's been in one place for 19 years. On the field, Tomlin's record has been remarkable. Pittsburgh has never finished a season with a losing record under his watch, and the Super Bowl 43 victory in 2008 remains a career highlight. Yet, postseason success has been harder to come by in recent years. The Steelers haven't won a playoff game since 2016, and their last 3 wildcard losses saw them outscored 101-52. The most recent defeat to the Cleveland Browns, coming after a 3-game winning streak, has set up a must-win scenario against the Ravens. Contractually, Tomlin is secure through 2026 with an option for 2027, and the Steelers haven't indicated any plans to part ways. But Breer's assessment underscores that even stability can't fully shield a long-tenured coach from questions when the roster ages and expectations remain high. Meanwhile, the conversation isn't limited to the sidelines. Quarterback Aaron Rodgers, Pittsburgh's marquee signal caller, has his own set of uncertainties. Currently 42 years old and under a 1-year, $13.65 million deal, Rodgers admitted he hasn't spent much time considering his future with the team. "I'm thinking about this week, but obviously I'm 42 years old and I'm on a 1-year deal," Rodgers said. "Whenever the season ends, I'll be a free agent. So that'll give me a lot of options if I still want to play. I mean, not a lot of options, but there'll be options, I would think, maybe 1 or 2, if I decide I still want to play." The 1-year contract wasn't an oversight, it was deliberate. Earlier this year, Rodgers hinted that 2025 might be his final season in Pittsburgh, emphasizing that the short-term deal allowed him to finish his career with a lot of love and fun and peace. For Rodgers, the focus hasn't been on long-term commitments but on enjoying the moment, both on and off the field. Even amidst uncertainty, Rodgers remains thankful for his time with the Steelers. "Everyone's been fantastic," he said. "On the field, off the field, it's turned out to be better than I expected." For now, his attention is locked on Week 18 and keeping Pittsburgh's season alive against the Ravens. The combination of Tomlin's uncertain future and Rodgers' potential departure paints a challenging picture for the Steelers. With an aging roster, limited playoff success in recent years, and a quarterback who may or may not return, the organization faces tough decisions. Fans could soon witness either a gradual transition or a more abrupt restructuring, but one thing is clear, the Steelers' next chapter could look very different from the last 19 years. Week 18 isn't just another game, it may signal the end of an era in Pittsburgh football. The outcome against Baltimore could shape decisions on coaching, roster construction, and the future of a legendary quarterback. While Tomlin's reputation is secure for now, the NFL landscape is rarely forgiving to aging rosters and fleeting playoff dreams. As Steelers fans brace for the showdown, one thing remains certain: Change is in the air, whether it comes on the field, in the locker room, or in the front office. And as Rodgers keeps his options open, every play, every snap, and every decision in Week 18 carries weight far beyond a single season. That's all for today on NFL Snapwire. Stay tuned for more updates, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss the latest NFL news.